You know what? I think Xavier still owe me some money. I had a bobblehead when I was there. I had a billboard. I had backpacks. I had shit.
Coach, let me ask you this: with the rise of these NIL deals and things like that at the collegiate level, what is there anything you're telling your girls that are seniors or juniors going into their senior year, like, hey, don't take, like, watch out for these, or is it any advice you're giving them?
Man, it's a lot of advice because I'm like I feel two different ways about this. I feel like the NCAA is doing a disservice right now, and I say that because the setup is for the future, right?
Hmm.
And I think that in what world, no matter what field you're in what world do you step into a job? Because going to college it's a job. It is what it is. In what world do you step into a job and the first thing you do is get money?
True.
When you step into a job, there's you have to do a service, and
Mm,
you have to be worth the money, right?
right.
And I
Absolutely.
think with now going into with NIL and things like that with these kids and the recruiting process is the first question is what can you do for me and how much money am I getting and da 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 da. And when
Mm,
you get to campus, the first thing you do is you get a Pell Grant check. You get some type of money,
hmm.
but they're getting this money and they have done no service, like
True.
no service. So in the real world, it doesn't work like that. When you get a job, no matter what it is, you got that 15, 30 days where you gotta do a service and then you get a check.
Mhm. Right.
So I just feel like we're doing these kids a disservice from that perspective. Now,
Mm,
on the flip side, I think that there are a lot of kids that are deserving because they come from a background where they don't have and they're working extremely hard and to get, to a level of understanding the value of a dollar and it's not about just the dollar and the dollar itself. It's more
mhm,
about, okay, you're investing in me. I need to give you some type of return on your investment.
mhm.
That's a different type of kid than the what can you do for me? What can you do for me? What can you do for me?
Right. Right.
So I just, man, it's up in the air. I tell my kids all the time there's gonna be Uncle Jojo, Auntie Ann, and everybody else that quote unquote to help you
Absolutely.
get there and all that.
Mhm.
You don't owe and I had to learn this the hard way. You don't owe anybody anything. There's a lot of people I want to take care of my family. Why? Why? If I came and got you from struggling, then what was your family doing for you? So why do
Right.
you feel the need to have to take care of people that are able, may not be willing, but are
Right.
capable of getting out and earning an income and taking care of themselves? So
True.
I educate them on a lot of things and
Yeah.
just to, like I said, but the value of the dollar and not taking things for granted and not, you have to do a service. It's not about you and always about what can you do for me. But I mean, that's the world we live in. Shit, like I said, the NCAA then got these kids like to a level where the money at.
Right.
Well, shit, you don't even work hard. I'm giving you nothing. Like it's got to be some like happy medium.
Right. I get it. It's real though.
That's right.
So, and if from a coaching perspective, if one of your players came to you and was like, "Hey, coach, they offering me 100,000 to go to Xavier, or they offering me 150 to go to Duke," What would be your advice to your players? Hey man, this interview,
It's
love
going
it.
to go.
Because I mean, the thing is, she's talking from a
Coach,
real,
yeah,
yeah,
coach and player's perspective.
no, a modern coach perspective. Because a
Absolutely.
lot of these coaches, they'll tell you what you want to hear.
All right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
We got, we
that's
got,
what we can appreciate about it. You good now, coach?
Yeah, can you hear me?
yeah,
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 yes, we can hear
Okay.
you.
all right.
We can hear you. So, like the question I was asking before we had technical difficulties. If one of your players came to you, "Hey, coach, Xavier offering me 100,000, or Duke, North Carolina offering me 150," what would be your advice to them?
What's the best fit? What's the place you're gonna go and you're gonna be able to succeed not only as an athlete but as a student? Which place do you feel like you can go and have an immediate impact? Which
Mhm.
place do you feel like is gonna support you after the ball stops bouncing? I would say that it's not always about the money because the money is something that's tangible. You can
Mhm.
get money, you get you meet the right people, network in your circle. Da, 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 da. I can teach you how to get some money.
Right.
That's a tangible thing. But people, you place your You know what I'm saying? You place your respect and things like that in people. And so you may cross a bridge later on in life that you necessarily can't get across yourself, and you need somebody to help you
Right.
across that bridge.
Mhm.
Which school has people that can do that?
Right.
You know, who has a
That's
track
it.
record of still being in touch with their players?
That's
Who
good.
has a track record of still being in? You know, those are the things that you should be looking for. If you got a hustle, if you got a hustler's mentality, if you have any type of hustle to you, you always get some money.
If you was the point guard right now at Xavier, how would you approach the NIL, or how would you go about it?
You know what? I think Xavier still owe me some money. I had a bobblehead when I was there. I had a billboard. I had backpacks. I had shit. Xavier owed me all kind of money if we being clear. But you know, I think that if I had it to do over, I mean, I would have loved to have been in a time with the NIL. First of all, my name is very marketable. You know,
Yeah.
everybody market my name when I was at Xavier. Special Jennings, special
Yeah.
delivery, special this. So you know, I would definitely market my name and just as a player being great and figure out my niche on something. But yeah, I would have told Xavier up with that NIL. I'd have got
All
right
right.
to it. I ain't gonna hold you. I would have got right to it.